Wake your asses up and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about how I feel about Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The beta just ended a couple days ago, and with the beta ending just a few days ago, I definitely have a lot of thoughts. If you were able to make it into any of my streams, you know that there was a lot of raging. I was getting really upset. I was trying not to be honest. The first day I did really good with it. I was 4.5 hours into it before I really started getting upset, and just frustrated with the game. I couldn't figure out what some of the problems were that I was facing. Granted, it's a brand new engine. It's a brand new game. There's gonna be a lot of different changes, a lot of stuff that we're not used to. But here I just wanted to talk about a few things that I liked and a few things I disliked, and hope that they adjust just a little bit. I'm gonna start with some of the pros that I have. I'm gonna start with what I liked about the game. First off, the maps are gorgeous, very modern, which is obviously what they're going for. But just like World War II, they could have gone a more gray, bleak sort of route with it, and it would have made the game look a lot worse. I'm glad they didn't go with that sort of design. Along with that, the guns, beautiful graphics in general, just amazing. By the way, compared to previous Call of Duties, you can actually tell a difference between one year to the other, which is fantastic. But the guns, they're so diverse, and there's a lot of different play styles that they allow. Each of the upgrades that you do, or attachments that you put into in the gunsmith, make the gun behave way different than what we're used to. When you would put on a grip, it would just help recoil in past Call of Duties. That's what you would do, you know, to help recoil. But here you have the angle grip, you have the vertical grip with the horizontal. You're able to just get a few different things that allow you to change and really dissect how you want to play the game, which I personally love. That sort of option is sort of standard, I feel like, nowadays for a lot of different games. So the fact that Call of Duty is embracing that, props to them, hats off. Along with that, the maps are there's a few 3-lane maps. I'm not going to say that they've gotten rid of those, because they really haven't, but they definitely did allow for a lot more action to take place, and more than just the base 3 lanes. You have a lot more points of interest that allow for some interesting gameplay. Yeah, I guess my last thing that I can think of for a pro is crossplay is there. That is fantastic, and you know what, it works great. I met a really cool group of people my last day of the beta. They're on PlayStation, and they said, man, let's play, you know, as soon as it comes out. And that's really cool. The fact that we can get those communities closer together, definitely a big plus to me. But I have lots of cons to discuss. First off, okay, I did mention the maps. The maps are great for the most part. Now there are a few instances where you can off spawn snipe somebody. You just got to move like 3 feet to the left, you could snipe someone. I think that's like the Gratzna raid, or is that how you say it? I could be butchering that, but that's really a minor thing to me. The probably the biggest issue with the maps, if I were to nitpick, is there's some buildings, not all buildings, but there's some buildings with like 12 different ways you could get shot from, and it's one of those things where if you go into that area, there's guaranteed to be at least one person camping there, and you're dead, because you can't just predict what window he's in. Usually they're pretty aware of who's around them. But aside from that, the actual gameplay and the actual map's fantastic. There's just a couple buildings that I feel like could take away just couple windows. That's all. That's all. The next thing I want to talk about is camping. Camping is gotta be the most frustrating thing. Now, it is a legit play style. I'm not saying that you're a bad player if you camp. I will say you're annoying to go against, but you're not a bad player. It definitely does get pretty frustrating. This game has a lot of different perks and a lot of different weapons that allow for that sort of style of gameplay. It's always been in Call of Duty. It's nothing new to us at all. But if we are going even way back, okay, there's also been a way to counter that. One of the biggest things that I've faced is the time to kill, okay, is way too fast. And when you add the time to kill with the campers and all the perks that allow the campers to do what they do best, it provides for some pretty frustrating gameplay. So time to kill, I think it could get extended just a little bit. I'm not saying I'm just a few milliseconds, just enough time. I want it to be able to be where I don't get two shot by every assault rifle. I feel like if you hit someone in the head once, it only takes one more shot to like the upper chest and then they're dead. At least that's what it feels like. I could be totally wrong. It's not like I've done any research. I don't know shit, but the time to kill I think could just a little bit be lengthened. That'll also help with the campers because granted they'll have more health too, but at least you'll have a little bit more time to react to the person who's laying down behind a blast shield that you don't see, stuff like that. And then finally, these spawns are god awful. If you're going to have spawn delay, I have the same problem with a few other games. If you guys have been in my streams, you know what games I'm talking about. But if you have a spawn delay, there should never be an instance where you're getting spawn trapped or spawn killed. Never. Okay. The problem with Call of Duty's spawning system at the very moment is you have that spawn delay, which isn't traditional for Call of Duty unless you're playing like Capture the Flag. Well, I'm okay. I'm okay with all the modes having spawn delay. If the system picks your spawn location as soon as you start flying down, so you know how you have that animation where you kind of like get a bird's eye view of the whole map, and then you'll zoom back in and it puts you back into the first person view of your character, and that's where you start. Okay, if what they currently have in place is when you get brought up for that bird's eye view, it already picked your spawn location. So now you have to wait 3, 4, 5 seconds before you get brought back. Well, in that 3, 4, 5 seconds, anybody else could have spawned there. 2 seconds before that, you could have had Jimmy on the other team spawn there behind you with a light machine gun, or you have the very rare Timmy rushing around the corner instead of hiding in a corner, and he's already standing there 5 feet away from you. Well, now you're screwed. So if they just changed it where it determined your spawn location as you're going down, okay, and say, okay, that's a safe spot, I would be okay with that. Okay. But they don't have it like that. They currently have it where as soon as you're up in the air, it chooses your location. That right there causes a lot of spawn kills, a lot of frustrating, unavoidable deaths. Is pretty much what it is. And for me, I'm not sure how everybody else sees it, but for me, Call of Duty is a first-person shooter. It's going to be a competitive game. If you're gonna have it be competitive, you got to take the randomness out. With the randomness being the spawning, that's going to be a lot of issues for any respawn game mode, especially if they don't fix that before the CDL takes place. But aside from that, I mean, the game's fantastic. I definitely did enjoy it. I enjoyed it a lot more when I was playing with people. As soon as I found that squad that I ran with, and there's only 3 people, including myself, but that that was fun. I had a blast then. Playing solo got a little frustrating, but I could definitely, you know, get used to it. It's gonna take a lot of practice. I feel like I'm starting over with the new COD. It feels like all the last 10 years of me playing is kind of out the window at the moment. But those were my thoughts. I just wanted to let you guys know my first impressions. I will be playing day one of the launch, October 26th. I don't actually know the date, don't quote me on that. But you guys are probably watching some gameplay in the background. I think I already know what I'm putting up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Cyber Attack. I went off. This was the game I actually met these good group of people that I was playing with. So I hope you do enjoy. I'm gonna leave the rest of this gameplay up, but for that, I am out of here. Hope you guys did enjoy the content. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Look at this guy, dude. All of my teammates are going to corners. Have you not fucking learned? Never mind. That's what this game is. I forgot. Jesus Christ.
We're losing ground. Let's take it back.
No.
Cyber attack.
All right.
Live location confirmed. Get moving.
Here we go. Try not to suck. That's the goal. I haven't gone this way yet.
Hostile at the EMP.
Oh man, see what I'm talking about. Got fucking.
Got their attention. One down.
That's a good shot. Not sure if it was on purpose or not, but it was a good shot.
Reloading. Enemy UAV overhead. Take a breath. We're going back in.
Really?
I'm taking fire.
Switching sides.
Tell me before you
Cyber attack.
give you a hug. We're just over here raging. Stupid ass game.
Get to that device.
Only got half hour left. That's how I'm looking at it right now. I shouldn't be looking at it like that. You know why? Because it's a fucking new game. I shouldn't be excited to stop.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'm so mad.
EMP in play. Defend the data center.
Holy cow. That's unfortunate.
Spin the claymore.
Like, I'm not even mad that I'm dying anymore. At least these guys are rushing and dying that way. I'm classic COD. I enjoy fucking rushing and getting rushed. I don't enjoy. Oh, that was cool. I didn't know you could do that. This guy's cracked. I need to take notes from. Yeah, I need to take notes from this guy. His movement is off the charts. Watch him get into a gunfight. You can't control him.
All right, don't look at it. Go.
Oh shit. I'm really out
Solve
here.
the device. Protect the data. You're good to go. Get back in there.
Good.
You're the last man standing. We've got a UAV on station. EMP defused. Plant it on the enemy data center. All right, don't look at it. Okay, I'm good. Come in, actual. Ready for recon
This is
flyover.
Jaguar 3-0. Solid copy. UAV beginning flyover.
Throwing grenade.
shot in the motherfucker. Ooh, the campers are fucking awesome.
UAV is bingo fuel.
Look at that.
For resupply.
Oh, dude. Should I even be mad at that? I don't know if I can be.
I'm up. Go. Less than a minute. I've got you. You're good to go. Get back in there. We have the EMP.
Good.
I've got you. Set the device. Defend it. This round's ours. Stay sharp for the next one.
Let's go.
Sniper attack.
Going off right now. Dude, I'm raging out here.
Get to that device.
I'm sitting here yelling at myself. I'm tired of getting shot in the back, bro. These people are like hiding in corners and shit. One outskirts. Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real.
Enemy precision airstrike. Take cover.
One more trench. He's going straight to bomb.
Grenade out. Reload. Device secured.
GG's, fellas.
Now that was a
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
Solid work.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Oh shit, did I just find my squad? What? Just like that, dude? Just fucking... Oops. Just found my squad, huh?